had a vision, brothers and sisters, of all people who log on to YouTube, who'll find my channel, Caleb Watches Movies, and will click the subscribe button, because that's the will of the Lord and the will of Jesus. All praise Him. Indeed! Released in 2015 and is directed by Jake Mahaffey, who has directed such films like Wellness and Reunion. And this film is starring David Harewood, Edwina Findley, Kathy Smith, and Ray J. Chandler. And the reason why we're talking about Free Indeed today is because it was a PayPal donation and recommendation from one of my longtime subscribers on here, first-time donator, BDK247 is his handle on YouTube, which is just an awesome handle. Thank you so much. I am so gratefully humbled by the support and the show of support and the contribution to help support this channel and myself. And if any of you out there also want to be like BDK247, you can make a PayPal donation by clicking on the donate button on the main page of my YouTube channel. Any size donation will do. And if you have a movie that you really want me to review and give you a shout out on the channel for, you can attach your movie with your donation. And if I have access to it, I will watch it and review it and publish my review of it as quickly as I possibly can. And I know he's been waiting a while for this review, but Halloween, October is over, and now we're just back into, just regular movies, I guess. That's what November is for. It's all just regular movies. Moving on. Based on actual events, Free Indeed depicts one man's attempt to perform a miracle. When a single mother brings her young son to church for healing, this lonely Pentecostal minister is forced to confront the seemingly incurable illness of the child and his own demons as well. The more he prays, the more things seem to spiral out of control. That's the plot synopsis of this movie on IMDb, and I just had to go to it because when it comes to this subject matter and really just the events that happen in this movie, I need to put my own personal biases out of it, because I've been vocal on it here before with other movie reviews about how I'm just not the biggest fan of religion. I'm not telling you that it's wrong or that it's right. I'm just going off of my own personal experience and how I just think that all religion is just kind of bullshit. But I do think that there is a powerful and beautiful thing that happens between an individual soul, and whatever God that they believe in. And when we have those individual moments from the minister, who is played by David Harewood, and he's struggling with himself, with his God, with his beliefs, just figuring out, is this even worth it? Is what I'm doing helping at all? Those moments in here are beautiful, and I absolutely love them. It's just when we get to the actual church services and everyone is just talking about how, well, it's all God's way, and it's all Jesus's way, and everything that you do in life is for them, and everything that happens to you in life is because it's what they want. I'm sorry, I just find that to be bullshit. God gave us free will, but if God and Jesus or whoever you believe in controls everything, and everything you do is part of their plan, then we don't have free will. So what is the goddamn point of going through life if it's all just to appease this one figure who is just like, you're gonna be moving along the way I want you to. I don't know why God in my mind sounds like a troll, but I'm sure I'm gonna get great comments because of it. Now, I really mean it. We get some fantastic performance here, in particular from David Harewood, who your heart just breaks for. You can tell that this man has had some trouble in the past. Of course, they don't tell us exactly what happened. They keep it aloof, and your mind kind of goes crazy with, oh gosh, he said he hurt people, and he said he got in trouble. I wonder what he did. Did he do it before he became a minister, or did he do it when he was a minister, and then he was kind of downgraded or whatever, or the congregation was given to someone else, but he still shows up? What happened to this guy? But he is tremendous here, and you can see the conflict that he has with himself, with his God, with the sins that he feels that he is committing by almost falling in love with this woman and trying to help her child, but then also going back to his church and going back to the Lord and trying to be celibate. There's so much conflict with him, and I love it whenever he's on screen. I mean, you also feel very depressed when he's on screen because it's nothing but sadness, but he's fantastic. And a little side note, of course, you know I'm a big superhero film and TV nerd. I was like, I've seen this guy before. Where have I seen this actor? And come to find out, oh, he's Martian Manhunter on Supergirl. Thank you. It was driving me crazy for the whole first half of the movie. I'm like, oh my god, this guy is so freaking familiar. Where is he from? He's from Mars, of course. But as the synopsis said, this minister is trying to heal this boy who has some type of mental health issue where he does physical harm to himself. He's banging his head into walls, into desks, into anything, and he's hurting himself. Kudos to that young actor. If he's not dealing with this mental issue in real life, it comes across very authentic. But this mother takes him into the free clinics all the time, and they just give him medicine, and they're like, yeah, sure, we can set you up with a therapist, and then they never do, and then they call social services and say, well, he's obviously a danger to himself, and to his sister, and to you, and to other children in the school, so we're just going to put him into protective custody, and that's something that you never want to hear as a single mother. This film is just freaking heartbreaking. I don't think there's 1 ounce of joy throughout this entire thing, which is interesting to me because the whole setting here is one big, long church service, or I guess multiple church services, but a lot of it happens at church, and you're supposed to be giving yourself over to God and Jesus and all that, and touch me, and I will freak out because I feel the Spirit of the Lord! It's fascinating how those events should be heartwarming and should make you feel safe and happy, but yet all we see in here is misery and suffering. Again, I cannot wait for the comments on this video with everything that I'm talking about. But I can't help but be honest, this movie was infuriating because it would always cut from a scene with the family of the mother or the minister who are dealing with their own personal issues, and then the next scene we would cut back to another church service, and they'd be doing the whole story about how this person was saved and how this person was saved, and yes, bad things happen, but you need to give yourself over to the Lord and everything will be fine because it's His will. And everyone in the audience is saying amen, and all that stuff. I've never been to a church like that before, but just me in my theater background, I would probably get really angry if I was sitting in that congregation, because I'm like, okay, the minister is talking, so the audience doesn't react. You're not part of the sermon, you're not part of the script, so keep your comments to yourself, and then, you know, we'll continue on with the service here. But I know that's not how that church goes. So, you know, what do I know? I'm just sitting here on YouTube. I feel like this movie has given me a chance to rant about religion and my own personal history and, I don't want to say hatred, but just a disliking of religion. But I really did enjoy this movie, even though it was one big, miserable, depressing thing. It's really an ambiguous movie, too. Like, we really don't have a beginning. We kind of just cut into these characters' lives at this one moment in time, and then this film ends. And, I mean, it's up to interpretation as to where you see this minister in his life and the path that he's going to be going down. Is he going to continue with his love and faith towards the Lord, or is he going to just renounce everything and just be a human being? Like I said, it's depressing. This movie is not for everyone. If you're going to sit down for it, just be ready for one big, long, tragic drama, because there is no sunshine at all in this movie. I'm going to give Free Indeed 3.5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
I am above average.
Alright everyone, now comes my favorite part of my videos where I pick which movie I'm going to be watching next. And the next one is another PayPal donation. They were kind of building up over the month of October and I feel really bad, but I wanted to do Halloween stuff for October. But here we are, it's November, I'm getting to all the PayPal donations I've received, and this next one comes from one of my biggest contributors on this channel, Autumn Blood. You strike again with a movie that actually I've been dying to see because I've heard nothing but great things, a movie called Sing Street, which I have right, yep, it's right there, as I break my frame behind me, but it's right there. You see it? I can't remember exactly when this movie came out. I want to say it was before 2020, like 2018, 2019, somewhere in there, but I've heard nothing but great things about this movie. so it has to live up to expectations. If any of you have recommendations of films that you want me to review on here, you can make a PayPal donation on the main page of my YouTube channel. Any size donation will do, just attach your movie recommendation with your donation, and if I have access to it, I will watch it, review it, give you a shout out on the channel, and get my review of it published as quickly as I possibly can. So guys, have you seen the movie Free Indeed? What did you think about it? It is free on Amazon Prime if you have a Prime membership, so if you saw it, please comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button, and make sure you hit that bell so the next time I release my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time with my review of Sing Street. So in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.